It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Next on Madden NFL 25.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just have to give a lot of credit, of course, to the player themselves, the work, the ability to invest in themselves to develop, but also in these organizations. They continue to surround these quarterbacks as they've gotten older with better talent, better systems, play to their strengths, maybe protect some of their weaknesses. That's what it takes to play at a high level at the quarterback for a long time in the NFL, and give credit to both these players and both these organizations. I think it's official. They have their quarterback of the future, and the future looks bright.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Tua. He finds the open man, Braxton Berrios. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points. It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he's into the end zone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. His kick is good, and the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here's Lad McConkey to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic. And he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll run it with Gus Edwards. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. And Bradley Chubb, they're on the stop. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
15 yards through the air. 1st down, L.A.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Herbert to the air again. Finding the tight end. Here's Will Dissly. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On play action now, Herbert. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Herbert to the air again. And that is incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Dolphins offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Play action. Tagovailoa. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. That'll be batted away, incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He runs with it. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 20-yard line.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. Second and a yard. In motion, it's Waddle. Tua gonna give it to Achane. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Hill brought in motion. Tua now on 3rd down. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a play fake. Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice.
To the goal line and in. Hayden Hurst. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. First and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. Ooh. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. On first down, Tagovailoa. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here's Jake Bailey now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Davis to return it. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. To throw is Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. From the gun, it's Herbert. First down throw there is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
He connects with Disley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Hit as he threw. The pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Charger first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. J.K. Dobbins, touchdown Chargers. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Dolphins 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. He's got Berrios. It's complete. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now it's Tua. He's going to keep it himself. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 7. Here's Tungo Vailoa. That's taken in by Achane. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Man in motion is Berrios. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Look wide. Get this one complete. Now a signal. Timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. In motion, it's Waddle. Throwing is Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A 59-yard attempt.
And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. So we hit halftime, and the visiting Chargers are on top. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. We were treated to a fine first half from running back J.K. Dobbins. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is Herbert. This one complete to Palmer. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Shotgun now for Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
On the return, here's Washington. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup for 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Off play action, it's Tua. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd down, 3 to go. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. From the gun on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Tua to throw again. That's taken in left side by Smith. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
That's to the outside. He's got Smith. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chargers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. There's Hurst downfield. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. A run with Dobbins. There he goes, inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Herbert now on 1st down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Jalen Phillips that time. In there for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now Herbert. Taking off, he'll try to get there. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll get this out wide. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Man in motion is Berrios. Tua now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it's going to be 4th down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
That's just a big-time play by this quarterback on 4th down. You can see he starts first look covered. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. He can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, use his legs to pick up the 1st down, and they're still alive.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He'll take off again. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Hill brought in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
On second down, here's Tungo Vailoa. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Here's Herbert. He connects with Disley. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now it's Dobbins, and good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.